I think most people, when you ask them, do you love yourself? I think most people would easily say, oh yeah, sure, right? Like a socially norm response, like, of course I love myself, when in reality, most people barely even like themselves. And really, how could you? Because we've literally been programmed at a very early age to not only look at ourselves from this critical view, but also judge ourselves harshly. And that comes from continual reinforced negative psychology. So we're told, most of us are told anyway, oh no, that's bad, that's wrong, don't do that, don't do this, be afraid, be upset, how could you do that? All of these things, even when we're learning, right? So we're little kids, we're learning, and we're said, no, that's bad, that's wrong, that's, this, that, da-da-da, don't do this, don't do that. We're brought down instead of brought up. And so we learn subconsciously that we have to criticize ourselves and judge ourselves. And then, we use that, right, to propel us forward, or we use that, self-criticism and self-judgment and a lot of times self-hatred to drive ourselves into unhealthy behaviors like, workaholicism and alcoholism and poor relationships and, bad work environments and, stress and pressure and, physical illness and mental and emotional upset and God knows what, right? So, we're using that reinforced negativity of self or that reinforced judgments of self to be able to propel us to do better and, push forward and, more and more and more and never be contented and never be accepted and never be good enough. And, that's constantly reinforced in our society. So I wanted to educate you guys about ways to cultivate a deep sense of self-love. And I want people to understand and know that loving yourself is truly a daily, moment-to-moment practice. I don't think it's an event. I don't think it's like magic. I think it's magical, but I don't think it's like, poof, one day it's not and the next day it is. I think it's a gradual unfolding. And so some of the ways that I cultivate my self-love is having compassion for myself. And so I accept myself, I accept my humanity, even when my behavior isn't acceptable. And believe you me, I've had a lot of really unacceptable behavior in my life. Yelling, screaming, throwing things, stealing things. I mean, I know it's horrible. I'm such a horrible human being. I'm just joking, but I'm a human. That's the bottom line. And I've done things in this life that I'm truly not proud of. However, I have an opportunity to judge myself even more, or I have an opportunity to accept that I was doing the very best thing that I could have done at the time and forgiving myself and going, you know what? I don't need to perform in this moment, and I don't need to prove my worth, and I don't need to, beat myself up, and I don't need to, judge myself harshly. And I can choose to have compassion for myself, and I can choose to be still and nurture that love and that compassion within self. And as I'm cultivating that love and compassion within self, I just begin to embody love and compassion. And then all of a sudden it's like contagious. And then I'm loving and compassionate to other people. My way of being is that of love and that of empathy and that of compassion. And out of that love and that empathy and that compassion of myself and the world, there's this sense of acceptance of myself and like, wow, like, yeah, I am, I am pretty badass. I am pretty, amazing. And wow, look at all the amazing things that I have to show for, my amazement, right? And then that self-acceptance begins to grow, and the acceptance of life on life's terms begins to grow. And then I'm more conscious of my thoughts, and I get to choose them. I get to go, oh, is that a loving thought? Is that a compassionate thought? Is that an empathetic thought? And then I get to observe others, right, in their state of love, wherever they may be, right? So some people are still back at struggling with self-acceptance and judgment, while other people are, they're like Guru G over here. They're like levitating, right? Not me, but some people on this planet, I guess, So I get to choose now then who I surround myself with, and I get to choose to surround myself with love. And with that love, because like attracts like, I follow my intuition, and then I'm like a magnet to all good things that are loving, to all good things that I need to nourish myself, to accept myself, to be with myself. And that's all pretty cool. That's all pretty magical stuff. And then I get to benefit from this deep sense of love, and out of that love comes gratitude. And that gratitude just continues to grow. And then I become so overwhelmed with emotion that I just cannot even believe that this is my life. Like, holy cow, look at what me and my Creator created, right? Like, wow, look at me fully expressing who I am to the world. Oh wow, look who I am. I am a part of God. I am God. I am living His full expression that He has for me. And because of that, I get to spread and share His love throughout this planet. And because of that, I am truly grateful. Thank you.